Bonjour, French 2 students. Here is your lesson 27 B and C teaching video, pages 390 to 393 in your textbook. S'il vous plaît, ouvrez vos livres à la page 390. B. Les pronoms compléments à l'impératif. Compare the position and the form of the negative of the object pronouns when the verb is in the imperative. Affirmative. Téléphone-moi ce soir. Ne me téléphone pas demain. Invite-moi samedi. Ne m'invite pas dimanche. Apporte-nous du thé. Ne nous apporte pas de café. So call me tonight. Don't call me tomorrow. Invite me Saturday. Don't invite me Sunday. Bring me some tea. Don't bring me any coffee. When the imperative verb is an affirmative, the object pronoun comes before the verb. Me becomes moi. When the imperative verb is negative, the object pronouns come before the verb. So, again, our object pronouns here. And what they want you to notice here is that when we're affirmative, they come after the verb, and when we are negative, they come before. So, a little review about the imperative. The imperative is used to give advice or directions or commands. That's the use of it. And remember, there's no subject pronoun in an imperative sentence. Just like there isn't in English, right? Bring me the remote. Go to the library, right? There's no subject pronoun, no I, you, he, she, we, you, or they in the sentence. Now, the imperative, for the most part, the imperative form of the verb is the same as its regular conjugation. Remember, there are kind of three forms of the imperative. There's where you use the to form, where you're talking to a friend, somebody your own age or younger, and you're giving them advice. There is the new form, which is like saying let's. And then there's the vous form, where you're talking to a group of people. So when I say répétez, s'il vous plaît, I'm using the vous form because I'm talking to the entire class. I'm talking to more than one person. So what you have to remember with the to form for ER verbs, you drop the S. So remember a to form of the verb like to téléphone would end in an ES. But in the imperative, it's just téléphone without the E. Call me. Téléphone-moi. So only in the E with regular ER verbs do you drop the S. The other one you also drop an S with. In this is aller. It's va. So that's a little review about the imperative. You have learned it before. So taking a look at exercise 5, prête. Demandez à vos copains de vous prêter les choses suivantes. Ils vont accepter. So loans, ask your friends to loan you the following things. They are going to accept. So we see the example, and we'll kind of not worry about doing the merci part. Okay? So, prête-moi ton portable, loan me your cell phone. Tiens, voilà mon portable. Again, we can leave the tiens out as well, and so we'll just always have voilà and then whatever it is. So, I'd like this to be a speaking one. The prête-moi, right? Prête-moi is going to be in all of your answers, and the voilà is going to be in all of your answers. So, numéro 1, you have the camera. Prête-moi ton appareil photo. Tiens, voilà mon appareil photo. 2, jacket. Prête-moi ta veste. Voilà ma veste. 3, computer. Prête-moi ton ordinateur. Voilà mon ordinateur. 4, racket. Prête-moi ta raquette. Voilà ma raquette. 5, a bicycle. Prête-moi ton vélo. Voilà mon vélo. And 6, a skateboard. Prête-moi ton skate. Voilà mon skate. 7. Quel service? Demandez à vos camarades certains services. Pour cela, complétez les phrases en utilise ces verbes. So, what service? Ask your friends for certain services. For each, complete the sentences by using these verbs. So, we have aider, which means to help. Amener, which means to bring. And remember, this is to bring a person. We have apporter, which is to bring but an object. Donner, to give. Montrer, to show. And prêter, to loan. So looking at our example, we have j'ai soif, blank de la limonade. So I'm thirsty. So what might I ask here with lemon soda? Maybe apporte-moi or donne-moi. So s'il te plaît, apporte-moi or donne-moi de la limonade. The second example, j'ai soif, an unsandwich. I'm hungry. So again, we might have apporte-moi or donne-moi, bring me or give me a sandwich. So, numéro 1, je ne comprends pas les devoirs de maths. I don't understand the math problems. S'il te plaît, aide-moi avec le problème. 2. Je voudrais téléphoner à ta cousine. I would like to call your female cousin. S'il te plaît, donne-moi son numéro de téléphone. Or you could say, s'il te plaît, montre-moi son numéro de téléphone. 3. Je n'ai pas d'argent pour aller au cinéma. I don't have any money to go to the movies. S'il te plaît, prête-moi $10. Or s'il te plaît, donne-moi $10, right? Depending on whether you want to loan me or give me. 4. Je voudrais voir tes photos. I would like to see your pictures. S'il te plaît, montre-moi tes photos. 5. J'ai soif. I'm thirsty. S'il te plaît, donne-moi de l'eau minérale. Or, s'il te plaît, apporte-moi de l'eau minérale. 6. J'organise une boum. S'il te plaît, prête-moi tes CD. 7. Je vais prendre ma chambre. I'm going to paint my bedroom. S'il te plaît, aide-moi avec ce projet. 8. Je vais à l'aéroport. I'm going to the airport. S'il te plaît, amène-moi là-bas avec ta voiture. 9. Je ne sais pas où tu habites. I don't know where you live. S'il te plaît, donne-moi ton adresse. Exercice 8, non. Proposez à vos camarades de faire les choses suivantes pour eux. Ils vont refuser et donner une explication. So, no. Propose to your friends to do the following things for them. They are going to refuse and give an explanation. So we have téléphoner ce soir and je ne suis pas chez moi. So, je te téléphone ce soir. So, I'm going to call you this evening. No, ne me téléphone pas. Je ne suis pas chez moi. So, okay. The part here that's going to stay the same is just the je. Okay, the rest of that is going to depend on what it's given you as your prompt over here. Okay. In the answer, it's going to be the no every time. And then again, you're using the imperative. So that's about all that's going to stay the same. So this should be a speaking one. So numéro 1. Je te téléphone demain soir? Non, ne me téléphone pas. Je dois faire mes devoirs. 2. Je t'invite ce week-end? Non, ne m'invite pas. Je vais à la campagne. 3. Je t'invite dimanche? Non, ne m'invite pas. Je dîne chez mes cousins. 4. Je t'attends après la classe? Non, ne m'attends pas. Je dois rentrer chez moi. 5. Je te prête mes CD? Non, ne me prête pas tes CD. Je n'ai pas de chaîne hi-fi. 6. Je t'achète un sandwich? Non, ne m'achète pas de sandwich. Je n'ai pas faim. Et 7. Je te rends visite ce soir. Non, ne me rends pas visite. Je vais au cinéma. Also have a couple new irregular verbs in this lesson. So les verbes pouvoir et devoir. Note the forms of the irregular verbs. Pouvoir, which means can, may, or to be able. And devoir, must or have to. S'il vous plaît, répétez pouvoir. Je peux venir. Tu peux travailler. On peut voyager. Nous pouvons dîner ici. Vous pouvez rester. Elles peuvent aider. J'ai pu étudier. I can come. You can work. One can travel. We can have dinner here. You can stay. They can help. I can, or I did study, or I was able to study. All right, s'il vous plaît, répétez. Devoir. Je dois rentrer avant midi. Tu dois gagner de l'argent. On doit visiter Paris. Nous devons regarder le menu. Vous devez finir vos devoirs. Elles doivent mettre la table. J'ai dû faire mes devoirs. So devoir, which means must or have to. I must return before midnight. You must earn some money. One must visit Paris. We must look at the menu. You must finish your homework. They must set the table. I had to finish my homework. The uses. Pouvoir has several English equivalents. for can. Est-ce que tu peux venir au pique-nique? Can you come to the picnic? Mais, est-ce que je peux prendre la voiture? May I take the car? And to be able, Jacques ne peut pas réparer sa mobilette. Jack is not able to fix his moped. Devoir is used to express an obligation, must or to have to. For must, vous devez faire vos devoirs. You must do your homework. To have to, est-ce que je dois ranger ma chambre? Do I have to pick up my room? Devoir is usually followed by an infinitive. So what they're saying here is typically for devoir you're going to have a second verb in your sentence. And because it's the second verb in our sentence, it's going to be an infinitive. It cannot stand alone. Est-ce que tu dois étudier ce soir? Do you have to study tonight? Oui, je dois étudier. Yes, I have to study. No, je ne dois pas étudier. No, I don't have to study. Exercice 9, le coût de la vie. Décrivez ce que les personnes suivantes peuvent acheter avec leur argent. So the cost of living. Describe what the following people can buy with their money. So Philippe a 15 euros because he has 15 euros. Il peut acheter des lunettes de soleil. So again, the acheter will stay the same. This is going to correspond to the subject of your sentence, and this is going to be the conjugated form of pouvoir. So numéro 1, we have Alice et Françoise ont 20 euros. Elles peuvent acheter un CD. 2, j'ai 100 euros. Je peux acheter une veste. Je peux acheter un appareil photo. Je peux acheter une raquette, right? You could buy any of those. 3, tu as 60 euros. Tu peux acheter un pantalon, or tu peux acheter des lunettes de soleil, or tu peux acheter des livres, or tu peux acheter un CD. 4. Vous avez 80 euros. Vous pouvez acheter un appareil photo. 5. Ma copine a 65 euros. Elle peut acheter des chaussures. 6. Nous avons 50 euros. Nous pouvons acheter une raquette. 7. Mon frère a 25 euros. Il peut acheter des livres. Exercice 11. Excuse. Thomas demande à ses amis de répondre sa chambre avec lui, mais chacun a une excuse. Dis que les personnes suivantes ne peuvent pas aider Thomas. Dis aussi ce qu'elles doivent faire. So excuses. Thomas asks his friends to repaint his bedroom with him, but each has an excuse. Say that the following people can't help Thomas. Also say what they must do. So our prompt is Elan and étudier. So first we're going to say that she can't help Thomas. And again, the aider Thomas stays the same every time. And it's always going to be negative with the ne and the pas around your conjugated form of pouvoir. And then you're going to say what she has to do. So this is always going to be a form of devoir. Okay, so the conjugated form of devoir from page 392, and this is going to be the conjugated form of pouvoir. And then whatever's in parentheses. So numéro 1. Okay. Nous ne pouvons pas aider Thomas. Nous devons faire les courses. 2. Lise et Rose ne peuvent pas aider Thomas. Elles doivent acheter des vêtements. Toi. Je ne peux pas aider Thomas. Je dois aider ma mère. 4. Tu ne peux pas aider Thomas. Tu dois nettoyer le garage. 5. Alice ne peut pas aider Thomas. Elle doit rendre visite à sa grand-mère. 6. Vous ne pouvez pas aider Thomas. Vous devez déjeuner avec vos cousins. 7. Mon frère et moi, nous ne pouvons pas aider Thomas. Nous devons laver la voiture. 8. Nathalie et toi, vous ne pouvez pas aider Thomas. Vous devez préparer l'examen. Pronunciation. Les lettres. Be sure to distinguish between the S and the double S in the middle of a word. So, making more of a Z sound. S'il vous plaît, répétez mauvaise, cuisine, fraise, mayonnaise, quelque chose, magasin. Making more of an S sound. Poisson, saucisson, dessert, boisson, assiette, pamplemousse. Poison, poisson. Dessert, dessert. Comme dessert, nous choisissons une tarte aux fraises. So for dessert, we are choosing a strawberry pie. Your homework is exercises 7 and 8. We did both of these out loud, but to go over what you need to write for these. Here you were asking your friends for certain things, and you were writing complete sentences by using these verbs. So what I'd like you to write is you just have to write these sentences over here with the correct form or something that makes sense. So for example, for number 1, okay, I might write, and you can leave the C to play off, okay? I might write aide moi avec le problème. So you're writing out those sentences. Remember, this first sentence is here so you can decide which verb makes sense. Exercise 8. In this one, you were asking your friends to do some things for you, and they're going to refuse and provide an explanation or give an explanation. So again, you're going to write kind of both sentences out, okay? And again, so for example, number 1, okay, it would be, you're kind of asking the question, so je te téléphone demain soir. Non. Ne me téléphone pas demain soir. Je dois, so that's about using your conjugated forms of devoir. Faire mes devoirs. So you're going to write out those sentences for the 7 of those. Au revoir, à demain.